talk about all that, and then we'll stop and be like...
Welcome everybody to episode number 4.
That's right. Hello,
Interwebs.
Interwebs.
Straight out of left field. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
Fucking A. And just like the last couple shows, we've got little segments, and we're gonna start out with Beer Me Bro. And you're actually drinking a beer at the start of the show.
At the start of the show, because I drank my Monster on the way here.
Look at you. Efficiency at its best.
That's right. I am drinking a New Belgium Accumulation. It's their seasonal white IPA, and it is phenomenal. Very, very good. I'm typically not one to drink like a couple IPAs in a row. Like it's I can do like one hoppy beer and then I'm kind of done. Like that's very hoppy beer is like my end night beer.
Yeah.
When I'm kind of done drinking, I'll drink a good IPA, like your Mad Hatter right there. But this white IPA is very good. Like I can taste just the right amount of hops.
That's what she said.
It's right. And so yeah, I am very pleased with my
it's
quick
a snow job in a bottle.
It is actually. It's got a little. What do they call these things? What are these?
It's a nutcracker?
No, what's the Aerostream or what?
Aerostream?
Well, you know
it's the silver dome looking RVs.
Yeah, the silver RVs.
Vintage.
That's right. Whatever the hell they're called.
It's a vintage RV.
And it's like all snowed in and chilling outside.
Somebody's getting pregnant in there.
They are. Someone, yeah, because that's what happens when it snows.
Exactly. Snow days are bad.
Yes. Yeah.
That's when babies are made.
Well, remember when they had that? We had that big snowstorm like last year, and they
a couple years ago,
they timed it out. Like 9 months later, there was like an influx of babies, and the hospital's like, oh yeah, we had that snowstorm.
Just everybody banging.
Everybody's fucking.
All right.
So anyway, beer.
Yeah. You just said kind of what I was drinking. I am drinking Mad Hatter Midwest Indian Pale Ale. It's a New Holland beer. It's really hoppy, which I like really hoppy beers, and it's got kind of a citrus a little bit to it. But I like really hoppy beer, and this is really good. I got this one at World Market.
Oh yeah, I have not gone there to.
Yeah, World Market has
check out the beer yet.
Has some pretty good stuff. They have a pretty decent selection of craft beers. I know I always mention Randall's because it's local, and if you know anything about me, I like to shop local.
Dean's.
Or Dean's. I say Dean's? What'd I say?
You said Randall's.
Fucking Randall's. Randall's is local too.
It is.
It's in another fucking town.
Yeah. That's funny though.
Fucking hate. They got all the. You know what they have in common?
What's that?
They have alcohol.
They do. They do.
Just like us.
You know what else they have in common? They have multiple rooms of alcohol. What?
So, I'm drinking Mad Hatter. He's drinking New Belgium Accumulation. It's seasonal for them. You know what I've noticed is a lot of these places that do seasonals, like, New Belgium and
Like
Schlafly.
Yeah.
Their seasonals, I think, a lot of times are better than the stuff that they put out normally.
Absolutely. I agree.
I don't know if it's just because we get tired of the stuff that they normally have.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Schlafly Pale Ale. It's good.
Yeah.
But I don't want it all the time. But their seasonal stuff is always really good.
You know what I didn't look for? Winter Lager. That stuff's the
I haven't had a winter lager in a while.
Sam
Adams winter lager is probably one of my favorites.
Yes,
that's one of my favorites.
Yep.
What
we
was
used to
it?
drink that a lot at Stanley's.
Yeah, we did. What did we have at Huddle? We had
Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest.
Yes, man, I was so sad when they said that was off tap.
We haven't been there in a couple weeks.
Actually, I was there last night.
Yeah.
Shout out to Huddle.
Yeah.
And their awesome steak dinner on Thursdays.
They're the pretzel burger is also the tits.
Yeah.
Their fish tacos.
Fish tacos
are definitely
fish tacos
the
are the tits.
So
that's from our wives. Our wives love the fish tacos,
which is ironic.
They like tacos.
Yeah. Anyway, so the what the hell were we just talking about? Winter lager, seasonal beers.
Seasonal?
Seasonal beers.
I had a seasonal beer.
Yeah.
A sneasonal. That's you. Seasonal allergies, not beers.
They make pills for that. Makes me sleepy. The different seasonal beers are phenomenal. Let's what we say. Winter lager. We said, a lot of this stuff. New Belgium. I'm not typically one for trying different types of beer. I guess I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, you get all these different types, and I'm usually like, I'll just go with my Sierra Nevada Pale Ale or Schlafly.
Yeah. The only thing that freaks me out is if I get a dark beer, because I'm not a dark beer guy. Mm-hmm. Occasionally I'll get like a red or something that's like a good ale.
Yeah.
But
I almost got.
I don't like heavy. I can't fucking drink Guinness.
Oh,
you know
that's what I love about.
Let me tell you why
Day.
I can't drink Guinness.
You had a rough night.
Irish fucking car bombs.
That's my favorite.
Well, it was my favorite until about 7 years ago when a friend of mine that I was visiting, it was like right after we left Springfield. We actually went back for St. Patrick's Day, because St. Patrick's Day in Springfield's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of friends who still live in that area, and we went up a couple years ago and did it again. Jameson shots at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But this particular trip, we went up and visited a buddy of mine, Scott, and we were doing Irish car bombs at probably about 9:30 or 10. And
perfect timing.
It's a good time for an Irish car bomb, but the problem is we did an Irish car bomb at every bar, but we went to about 10 bars.
Ouch. Yeah,
so
that's
like 10 Irish car bombs. I had a really, really rough time at the end of the night.
I bet.
But I can't do that. I can't do Guinness. That's why I can't do Guinness.
That's sad.
Like anything that has that texture, can't do it. Just makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, for me, I love Guinness, and actually, I didn't really enjoy Guinness until just a couple years ago. But I think my taste buds have changed on the type of beer that I like, and so just mainly over the past maybe say 6 or 7 years, I've really become to enjoy come to enjoy Guinness.
Yeah, you got old man taste buds now.
I do. But so I have a funny St. Patty's Day story. So 8 or 9 years ago, I had just met my now wife, and so Cassie and I are. I'm working. She's been down at St. Patty's Day, like down in Dogtown, like a lot of the day, or most of the day. And I get off work. I get down there, and I forget where we ended up. No, I met them in Soulard. They were in Dogtown, and they ended up going down to Soulard. And everyone was going to, like, I want to say it was McGurk's, I think. So we go there, we're drinking, we're having a good time. We are, like, we're ready to go, but, like, not leave. Like, I was like, I'm going to go outside, and I want to fuck you in the car. Anyway, so she agrees. So because we're almost like, I mean, I almost have her top off on the dance floor. I don't know. It was a crazy night. So we go, and this is like when we first met. We go to leave, and there's a guy sitting out in front of, I want to say McGurk's. I think that's where it was. There's this guy sitting outside McGurk's that's got like blood on his face, and he's got like vomit on him, and I stop because I've been that guy. I've been that guy who puked on himself and his friends leave him and shit. So I'm kind of like, hey, are you all right? Well, he's trying to get up, and he goes to get up, and he just like face plants right on the fucking bricks outside McGurk's, busts his face open. He's bleeding all over, vomit, throws up on himself, and he's sitting there, and he's like, and I'm like, whoa, okay, like, where are your friends? Like, where are the people who are supposed to? These cops come up, and they're like, hey, you need to get your buddy out of here. And I'm like, he's not my buddy. And they're like, well, then you need to move along. And I go, I want to make sure he's okay. I'm just stopping to make sure that this fellow drinker, like, makes it home, or, like, gets back in touch with his friends. Like, I'm gonna help this guy out because obviously nobody else has stopped to help him. So I start talking to him, and he ends up trying to tell me. Oh, by the way, he threw up on me. So he tries to tell me, or he makes out in words that his girlfriend dumped him today. He's from Chicago, and he drove down just to be at St. Patty's Day with her, and she broke up with him. And he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drink, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna get fucked up. Well, he got too fucked up, and I'm like, okay, well, you're not driving, like, you're gonna kill somebody, or you're gonna kill yourself, because you can barely walk, but you gotta find a place to go, because, like, your car's down here, right? Hey, where are you staying? Well, he's staying out at, like, a hotel in Westport. So I flag a cab, and, well, first I'm like, okay, what's your ex-girlfriend's number? Did I tell you this before?
Yeah, I've heard this story.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good story.
So,
that's why I didn't stop you.
Okay. So,
nobody else has heard
it. That's true. So, the guy, I asked him, I go, okay, what's your ex-girlfriend's number? Like, we got to call her. And he's like, no, fuck that, I'm not calling her. I go, no. Dude, you need, like, where's your safe space? You need a buddy to take you so you can go lie down and you can fucking recover and, like, be hungover as fuck in the morning and throw up all over the fucking floor. But you need someone to take care of you. What's your girlfriend's number? So he pulls up the phone, we give her a call, I'm talking to her, and she's like screaming in the phone to fuck him and all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, he's in trouble, you need to come there. So anyway, so she comes and she shows up at McGurk's like a half an hour later in a cab. And I'm like, yo, you need to get him in a cab so he can, wherever you guys got to go, you got to get him in a cab. You got to go. Just take him out of here. Someone's going to fucking rob him or beat the shit out of him or something, or he's going to say something stupid.
Like that in Soulard.
No, I don't want to leave him there. So she's like, well, fuck him. I'll drive his car, but she's wasted too. And I'm like, well, whatever. I don't give a fuck. So I gave her his keys, her and a friend went down to go drive his car, like wherever they were going, and but instead of putting him in the car, they're like, no, we're not leaving with him. Fuck him. But we're going to take his car to where we are, and in the morning he can call us, and we'll bring his car to him. And I'm like, whatever. I go, do you agree with that? And he's like, no, fuck that. And I'm like, no, get the fuck in the cab. Like, you have no opinion right now. Get the fuck in the cab. The cab's like, all right, where's he going? And I go, Westport Hotel, whatever fucking hotel it was,
Yeah.
Marriott or whatever.
I think it's Marriott.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I'm not taking him. He's all fucked up. And I like, the guy had handed me his wallet, and I literally pulled out $200, like $200 bills in this guy's wallet. And I was like, take him the fuck to Westport Marriott. And I handed him $200. And the cabbie's like, this will cover the cleaning. All right, throw him in the back. And I pushed him in the back, and the fucking cab. Oh, before I put him in the cab, he's like thanking me and like fucking hugging on me, but he's all fucking bloody and vomiting and shit. He's broing on me. I'm like, dude, okay. So he's like, oh man, thank you so much, man. I love you as a human being. I love you, man. Whatever. But then I go, you know what? This is what I did. I go, hey, are you a Cubs fan? And he goes, yeah. And I go, when I went to Wrigley, Cubs fans spit on me. So what I want you to do is go back to Chicago and tell your Cubs fans buddies that a Cardinals fan fucking took care of you and got you taken care of. This dude fucking laughed so hard. He thought that was the funniest thing. I go, that's all I want you to do. He's like, oh, let me call you, man. Let me pay you back. And I'm like, no, that's what I want you to do. Because, like, I was showing that, hey, man, there's love here. There's fellow drinker love. I don't care what fucking team you root for.
We're going to bro down.
We're going to bro down. So fucking, like, let your buddies know that, like, not all Cardinals fans are assholes. And, like, I'm here to, like, I helped your buddy out. Like, so that's what happened. So we did not bang in the car.
That's unfortunate.
I know. Yeah. And then we ended up at Maurizio's Pizza and watched the craziness there at the all-night. You know the pizza place I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Maurizio's.
Speaking of Cardinals and Cubs, I don't know if you saw this before you got here, but John Lackey has signed with the Cubs for a crazy amount of money. It's I think it's almost $18 million a year. I have to go back and check, but yeah, it is a large sum of money. You know, and here's the thing: the Cubs actually had to give up their first round draft pick because he's a protected free agent. So you know that's kind of a big deal for the Cubs. They get a guy who's potentially 18 to 20 game winner.
Yeah.
But the problem is the problem I have with it is the amount of money that was spent.
This is a 2-year deal.
It's a 2-year deal. I mean, it's 2 years, but you know when you spend, let's see, 2-year, $32 million. That's a lot of money for a guy who's probably your number 3.
Yeah.
You know, it's 2 years for a guy who's a little bit older. But when you look at their pitching staff, they're not that young. I mean, their pitching staff isn't that young. They've got a couple guys that are young, like Strop, and I think Jake Arrieta is late 20s.
Yeah.
But you know, he's been around a couple years too. So I mean, not a lot of these guys are rookies. So I guess he kind of fits into what they want to do short term, but not really long term.
Yeah.
Also, just kind of streaming through here, it looks like Zach Greinke's reached an agreement with the Diamondbacks, pitting a physical. That's huge for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Diamondbacks are a team who really haven't been in contention in the second half of the last couple of seasons. Like the first half of the season, they have these really good years.
Yeah.
They had a big bat like Mark Trumbo. 2 years ago, he got hurt. Last year, he had a good season. I mean, that guy's he's a 20-20 guy. 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases. Guy's got a lot of speed. But I mean, that's a weird pickup for Arizona, though. I really didn't see him going there. I saw, Cubs, Cardinals, Dodgers, and Giants. Those were the clubs I thought would probably try to throw money at him and get him in there.
It's true.
Let's see. Oh, last night, did you watch the game?
Yes.
Okay. I only I saw the ending after the ending.
Yeah.
Last night we went and watched Collinsville girls play Edwardsville girls.
Yep.
And we beat them in the last second. We hit a 2-pointer on the run to win the game.
Nice.
So that's where I was. I was watching a miracle there.
Yeah.
And so when we got home, the Packers were down, and I was looking at my fantasy stats. I'm like, this is absolutely god awful.
I was watching most of the game, and then I turned it off for a while, and then I turned it back on. When I turned it back on, I turned it off in the first quarter, at the end of the first, and I turned it back on. It was the third quarter, and I was like, "What the fuck? 20-0."
It was brutal.
That's bullshit. And I just left it on just to kind of watch, and then I saw saw the touchdowns coming in, and I saw Rodgers run one in the fourth.
That was awesome.
And I was like, wow, this is getting fucking good.
Yeah.
And but I did not see the ending because I was banging my wife. Which actually she's like, well, I'm sorry we missed the ending because of that. But we immediately pulled it up on the clips that were coming out and watched that unbelievable fucking pass.
Yeah, I watched it last night before I went to bed.
And that is they announced today. The NFL said that is the longest touchdown. That's the longest game-winning touchdown of all time.
Wow,
the longest.
Well, they said that he threw it 70 yards.
Yes.
70 yards in the air.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
But it wasn't a laser.
Oh no,
it was a fucking rainbow.
Yeah, it was like a punt.
Yeah.
But okay, so this morning I listened to Mike and Mike going in to work in the morning.
Yeah.
My whole 8-minute drive, and so Mike and Mike were talking about how, and actually they had Ron Jaworski on, and Ron Jaworski was actually breaking down the play. He made a couple valid points, and after watching the video again, number one, the first thing that Detroit did wrong is they rushed the middle. They forced him out of the pocket, but instead of forcing him to the right, they forced him back to the left.
Yeah.
But he's a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he had all that room, and he was able to step into the throw.
Yep.
Number two, they had 2 safeties along the sidelines. It's a 0 on the clock play. There's no way they can get in field goal range and try and kick a field goal. It's impossible.
That's right.
So what are those 2 guys doing? Did they absolutely forget what to do? Was it is that what the way they teach it? And they're like, hey, this is last minute Hail Mary. This is what we want to do.
Yeah.
And then these guys are like, oh, last minute Hail Mary. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And then then you listen to what the Packers were gonna do, and it was like, all right, Adams and Rodgers, you're going in the end zone. You're boxing out. It's going to be a box out play, but don't do it too early.
Yep.
Don't get all the way in the end zone too early. And if you see Rodgers, when the ball is in the air, when the ball gets in the air, when it's about halfway there, Rodgers gets in the end zone and finds a spot.
Yep.
He
did. He elbowed out.
Yeah.
He elbowed out, backed up, and he boxed those guys out.
And Jaworski said something else that kind of made me think, where was Megatron? You put every guy. I would have put every one of my receivers in there.
Yep.
I'd have put Megatron in there. I'd have put
6'5"?
Yeah, was an inch. He's an inch taller than Rodgers.
Yeah.
Riddick, who's a shorter guy, who's the running back, but he's a pass catcher.
Yeah.
That's a guy I would have had in there because that guy can jump.
Yeah.
He's not. I think he's 6'1" or something.
Yeah.
But that dude can jump. You put your hands guys out there. It's like if somebody's doing an onside kick.
Yeah.
If somebody's doing an onside kick the last part of the game, you're putting Megatron in there.
Yep.
You're putting every guy who's a hands guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
terrible.
It was a great play.
Yes.
It was well executed. The Packers did what they were supposed to do, but
well, if you back up though, that play never should have happened because it really wasn't a face mask.
Apparently, there wasn't a face mask.
There was a phantom face mask, but the way I talked to people at work today who were talking about it, who didn't even fucking see the end of the game, they were just talking about it, and they said, or I told them that if you look at it, okay, the refs fucked up. They shouldn't have called the penalty, which gave them a free throw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they did, but if it was the reverse way, I would be super fucking pissed right now.
Sure.
But about that call, what I cannot be pissed about is the fact that Aaron Rodgers threw that fucking ball that far. And
Hey Corey, we're sucking Aaron Rodgers' dick, by the way.
Yeah, of course. I would in person. I would have his babies if I could.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers babies.
Cutler babies.
I don't want a Cutler babies. Could be a loser.
Like the league. So we get some Cutler milk. Oh shit! All right, so let's see. We're about almost 30 minutes in. Let's go ahead and move to shit we watched this week. This first segment might be a little bit longer than normal because we have to talk about Man in the High Castle.
Yes. Yeah.
Holy shit balls! So
did you finish it?
Yeah, I watched the whole first season.
Oh no, okay, I haven't finished it.
We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna spoil it for everybody, but. Okay, so last week you had mentioned that you had started watching Man in the High Castle. Yes. So I was super bored the other day. Actually, after I think it was Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let's see if we can find something. I'm like, man. And I texted you. I said, what was the name of that show?
No, you called me.
Yeah. Oh, I did call you.
You called me. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I was kind of like quick with you on the phone, which I want to apologize for because. Cassie had the flu, and we think with the flu, and Everett had the flu in the morning, was throwing up all over the place, and so it was just like me and Emmy were the only ones like not sick, but Everett wanted to play and run around, so Cassie was downstairs sleeping. I was taking care of both the kids. That's what I was like, yeah, like really quick and just anyway. You know what? Wait a second. I forgot we're dudes. We don't give a fuck about that type of stuff.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm sorry.
I just wanted the information, man. I didn't need like a 10-minute conversation about your feelings when I called.
I'm sorry. It's the long hair. I thought I was talking to a woman. Sorry, with the beard.
So anyway, Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't hear the part that we talked about last week, Man in the High Castle is it's a book. Which has been turned into a series that is on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch the show. If you just have an Amazon account, you can go on and purchase the show. But they have an entire first season, and they are in the works of planning to film the second season. Man in the High Castle is basically the whole theory of the show is that there's all of these people that are now living in what is occupied United States by Nazi Germany and Japan. So the eastern side of the country, all the way up to the Rocky Mountains, is through the Midwest is occupied by Nazi Germany, and the entire West Coast is occupied by the Japanese Imperial Army. Now, I've seen, because I would nerded out on this, I looked up some of the fictional maps that go along with the story. And what is interesting about some of the maps that are based on the book is it shows that the buffer zone that's in between, that's the Rocky Mountains, is actually Mexico territory. It's actually part of, like, Mexico has that.
Okay.
And I've also seen, like, other maps that are pertain to the book, which don't necessarily pertain to the show, that shows, like, Southern California that's occupied by Mexico, which would kind of make sense if you go based on history, because the entire Southwest Territory, so Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, parts of Texas were once part of Mexico.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, it kind of makes some sense. But I don't know how accurate they are to the show, but I know that they're accurate to the book.
They primarily talk about, like, the Japanese parts of the show primarily are in, like, San Francisco.
Exactly.
So, which is very ironic because if you've seen the movie Big Max, is it called Big Max? The Big La 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 La.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Big Max?
Yeah, it's Big Hero 6.
Big Hero.
Big Max. Those are sandwiches at fucking Donald's.
No, Betamax is what I was thinking of.
That's a video that was
Baymax.
Betamax was what was released during VHS.
That's true, and didn't go anywhere because porn picked VHS. Yep. So the Baymax is set in San Fran, Tokyo. And so I thought it was very interesting that
that's kind of funny.
The Japanese are primarily in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's Big Hero 6 too.
Big Hero 6. That's right.
It's an excellent movie.
Yes.
It's a kids movie, but
it's excellent until you've seen it 55 times in a row because your son wants to watch it twice a day.
Well, you know what I want. Okay, so just to go into more things that I watched this week because we're talking about some animated cartoons. I watched the movie Home this week, which is okay. So the guy that plays Sheldon on what's the name of the show? Where they're really smart. I don't watch that show.
Me neither.
Okay. Anyway, so you know who I'm talking about, the Bazinga guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So his voice is that
annoying as fuck.
Huh?
He's annoying as fuck. But
okay,
anyway.
but it is a cartoon character. Okay, so the cartoon it's the one where the all the little aliens, the little cute aliens invade the planet.
I've seen the cover.
They resettle the planet. They move all the humans to their own settlement, and which is very Nazi Germany.
I haven't seen that.
They moved them to Australia.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny. And
everybody?
Everybody but one little girl.
Okay.
And she has a cat on her head, and they're like beaming them up into these little pods, and then they're distributing them. So, but she has this cat on her head, like when they're like going up. Her cat named Pig is on her head, and it goes, non-human life form, and drops her.
Okay.
You know, so like then she's there like all by herself in New York.
You know, there's got to be other people that were getting sucked up by the aliens, like actual humans, and they're like, "That's not a human." Anyway, go ahead.
If they were around here, probably this is a subhuman.
Yeah.
But so the whole premise is this one little guy is like he's a little bit different than all the other ones, and he always seems to screw up. And he's like super friendly, and all the other rest of them are like, "You suck." His name is O, by the way.
Oh.
And you know his name is O because like when he walks in, he's like, "Hey, everybody!" They're like, "Oh." So it's kind of funny. But no, it's a super cute movie, and so if you have kids, the movie O is funny.
Home.
The movie Home is funny with O. Ow. My O face.
Oh.
Okay, so you watch the movie and then think about O-Face. It would just be hilarious because he's a little green, or actually he changes colors with his mood.
Yeah.
When he lies, he turns green.
He my dick, so.
So, like, for your kid, like, if he lies, you'd be like, "You're turning green."
Yep.
Little liar. And then I watched another animated movie. I don't know what my deal was this week.
I'm with you.
But I watched another show. It was called Box Trolls.
I saw that.
It's on Netflix.
I didn't watch it.
It's actually on Netflix if you're in Australia.
Okay.
So my region is set to Australia.
Okay.
So if you can change your region,
I can.
You have ad-free time.
I have ad-free time.
So use ad-free time and change your region to Australia.
Cassie says that she started watching Home and it was so annoying.
Oh, it's adorable. Shut up, Cassie. You don't know anything. you were just having a mommy moment. Have a glass of wine. But I thought it was really good.
Box Trolls?
Box Trolls was really good. It was cute. It's kind of like I guess would be set in like old Bavaria type like settings, like this. It's a town like kind of on a mountain, and it's got these like cobblestone roads and the sewer system.
Okay.
There's these little trolls, and they have their boxes or their homes.
Okay.
And they live like underground in the sewers, and they make things. They're little.
What kind of box? Like cardboard?
Yeah, cardboard boxes.
Wouldn't it get wet in the sewer?
Okay, you're picking apart a fucking child's movie.
No, because it needs to be like correct.
Okay, so the boxes are super. It's a super beat up box.
Okay.
And they're named whatever's on the box. So like the one box troll, his name is Fish.
Okay.
So like he's like one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And then there is a boy who you don't find out till later in the movie like where the boy came from.
Okay.
But they have a boy and they raise this. He was a little baby.
Yeah.
Like didn't really know how to talk
How
yet.
big are like?
They're about baby size.
The box trolls are baby size.
Yeah, they're they're probably like the size of like a normal 3-year-old.
Okay.
And the little boy's name is Eggs because his box says Eggs.
That's funny.
It's really cute. And so there's like all these horrible stories about the box trolls. And there's this guy, like cheese is their big thing.
Okay.
Like they're like cheese is like the delicacy. Like only rich people get to eat the cheese and like all this shit. So but there's this guy and he's called the Snatcher.
Oh.
Boxes and
Snatchers.
So you're gonna giggle a little.
Okay.
So in the Snatchers, the one guy his name is Mr. Snatcher, I think, and like he's trying to catch all the box trolls.
My nickname.
So that he can be like an elite guy, because like right now he's kind of like scum. He's like a scummy dude. Like
scummy snatcher.
He's a scummy snatcher. I know you've seen some scummy snatch in your day.
In my day, I've seen some pretty scummy.
So anyway, you're just destroying this child's movie. But so they're trying to take this. They're like they all start dwindling down, and like there's only like a couple box trolls left. And
the Snatcher.
The Snatcher's
gets all the boxes.
Snatching up the boxes.
Okay.
It's just a terrible story. And then it's a good story though. It's cute in the end. Of course, it's a happy ending because it's a little kids movie.
Okay.
But Box Trolls is something else I watched.
I will. Is it appropriate for a 4-year-old?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely a little kids movie.
Okay.
It's not like Nightmare Before Christmas or anything. It's not gonna scare him or anything.
Oh no, Everett loves that. He's been watching that since he was 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of his favorite movies. Around Halloween,
it's a PG movie.
He wants to watch Jack Skellington.
Nice.
Yeah, that was actually one of his first things that he ever asked for. Was like, I want to watch Jack Skellington. I'm like, that is freaking cool.
So I've watched a lot of stuff this week about Nazis and a lot of stuff about like little kids movies. Yeah. I'm actually watching a BBC documentary right now. It's like I think it's like 6 episodes long about Auschwitz.
Oh, okay.
Because I like that kind of shit. Because
that's
weird.
Crazy. Yeah. No, that's I like watching those types of documentaries too. Like I enjoy a lot of World War II type stuff. I started the Ken Burns' The War, but it's hard to watch with the kids in the room, but also with if Cassie doesn't want to watch it or anything, then it's kind of hard to justify being on the TV. So but I definitely want to watch that more of that. This week we continued watching Homeland, and it's getting very, very good. Which is a little ironic because of like the shooting that happened. Was that yesterday? The day before? Yesterday. And no, it was the day before. But the whole premise of Homeland is a terrorist on terrorist activities in the United States. So. It's Homeland's a good show. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. There was a couple parts that were kind of ironic about the events the other day because when people just started coming out and being like, oh, it's this person, it's this guy's a terrorist and these people did this and there's explosions and all this stuff, and you're kind of like, well, like, did you see the later in the evening there was a propane tank that exploded, and they were like, there was booby traps and a propane tank went off.
No.
It was, they actually reported it as an accidental explosion of a propane tank. How the fuck do you accidentally blow up a propane tank without firing a weapon? What do they
and even then, like, would it really blow up? I mean, we've seen like Mythbusters and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it probably, the top would have popped off and it would have just sprayed out all of the propane on the inside. It would just escaped, unless there's an ignition source or somebody punctured it. I bet you it was like in the street and somebody ran it over or some shit like that. But I don't know. It's crazy. But that's really what I watched. I didn't watch a ton of TV this week, except for maybe like a Homeland here and there. And then kind of watching the news the other night with the shootings. And I have to say, like, when I see shootings like that, I'm like, don't be Muslim. Don't be Muslim. Not because, like, not that I am Muslim at all, but it's like, fuck, people are just gonna just start the whole, like, propaganda of Muslims are like all terrorists and shit like that.
We should give them all cards, and they should carry them around.
We should put them on all of them on a list.
That, you know, like watching that Auschwitz stuff, and like Stacy's like, she's like, oh, this is exactly, you know, like Trump is saying this stuff. This is exactly how Nazi Germany started.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Yeah. Well, not even Nazi Germany. When the Holocaust started, when reports were being made of these people being, you know, mass murdered. Bless you.
Thank you.
A lot of people were migrating to other countries, and there were a large group of Americans during that time that would protest the migration of Jews because they believed that the Jewish people were evil. And that they were terrorists because they were being told that they were terrorists. And you have that, like, that's a part of history that a lot of people tend to overlook. So you look at the Syrian people and these people from these countries that are just getting fucking bombed out. They have like no homes left. And, you know, they need a place to go. And I think that this shooting this past week proved that. Which, by the way, I'm talking about the Muslim shooting, the one in California, not the Christian activist that shot up the Planned Parenthood. No, nobody's talking about that terrorist. They're just talking about the Muslims, right? So, you know, people need to realize that a huge part of history is repeating itself because of the people leaving Syria, and it's just assumed that they're all terrorists. It's just assumed that they're gonna do bad things, and I think that this shooting proved that you can close the borders. That's cool. Fucking people are already here. People who are going to kill other people are already here, and I think this is the type of stuff that's going to blow up here very soon. Actually, not too long ago, I made a prediction. It was about 3 years ago. I made a prediction that I think we're getting really close to some sort of civil war. Not like people versus military. I'm thinking more of like people versus people type thing. There's like two real big things that I think are going to blow up. And I think it sounds crazy, but like minorities against white people, I think that's going.
Dang, I'm a white person.
I know, so am I. So I think something like that is going to happen here very soon. I wouldn't even say minorities versus white people. I was going to say white people versus minorities. You've got like that far right people, like group of people that.
Well, I'm not one of those people.
No, but you've got this group of people that are like, well, I need my guns, and there's Christian gun makers that make AR-15s with the 2 Matthew 18 or whatever and fucking Bible verses on it, because when the Muslim picks up my firearm, I want a bolt of lightning to come down and strike him dead. And I'm like, you realize that shit doesn't happen.
It said so in the Bible.
You fucking moron. That doesn't happen in real life. People don't get struck by lightning because God fucking strikes them by lightning. Like, that doesn't... You are a fucking breathing person and you think this? Like, how does your mind think this and process that? It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
Those are the people calling the ISIS help desk. Thank you for calling the ISIS help desk.
Yeah, it's some Hoosier in Texas.
This is Stephen. Is this the ISIS help desk?
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures though inside the people's apartment?
Fuck yeah, that's stupid.
Oh my god, like they were living in shit.
Well, no, it's the fucking landlord.
Oh yeah,
opened the door.
Well, okay, and I saw that too, and I'm like, oh my god, like just open the door. Okay, FBI had already been there, like
yes,
everybody.
I read that.
So the crime scene
it.
was like it was already no longer a
Yes.
crime scene.
Yes, but
the landlord just opened the door, like, hey, everybody, just come on in.
But he goes, they rushed the door, and he's like, here's the thing, it's still okay. What they did, I'm not saying is okay, but it's still a person's belongings.
Yeah.
It's still fucking baby clothes and their kids' stuff. It's like...
Yeah. What happened to the kid, too, by the way?
Went to grandparents. They dropped it off at a grandparent's house or a relative's house and then left.
All right,
but
see you later, little Ahmed. We're going to go shoot up everybody.
He was 6 months old.
Well, you can still tell a little.
I'm just saying, he was only 6 months. But... Yeah, but I'm like that. Like they have relatives. Like the Why is the fucking press like opening their drawers and like going through their shit? Like that's
they
not
want to see
theirs.
what kind of underwear the
fucking
Muslim
they
want
to see what type of
granny panties.
What kind of dildo they have?
They don't have them. They're not allowed to.
No. Well, that's a shame. I have a problem. Like that's fucked up to me. Like why is that happening? I don't know. It's just stupid. So shit's getting out of control is what I'm saying. Shit's getting out of fucking control, and we're gonna have like we're gonna have more things like this. Like what I see is like the Planned Parenthood type shootings and like bombings and stuff like that.
It's gonna end up like the fight scene in Anchorman.
Did you get a trident?
All sports all the time. Don't forget about Telemundo, all Spanish-speaking news.
You killed somebody. You killed a man.
You killed a man with a trident. That's how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, just be a bunch of white people, grenades.
Ah! That's how I see this this internal civil war happening.
Yeah,
just because I want to be able to laugh.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I'm too nice of a guy to think about like how bad it could be. I don't want to think about it. Like I just want to laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are too crazy for me.
I've got a suspicion that something's about to happen.
Sneaky suspicion.
Yep. It's just all the craziness. All the craziness in this country.
Freaking skanks.
Yeah. But
alright, well
anyway.
I think we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna grab another beer and we'll talk to you in a couple minutes.
Yes.
We actually got talking quite a bit right there.
We did.
So we probably got about like 15, 20 minutes left of the show. Yeah. But a quick beer me bro, because I'm going to drink something different. Finish my beer. So I am trying a O'Fallon Zeke's Pale Ale. It says we love beer. And
all right.
I am in complete agreement with the fact that they love beer. Let me open this guy up. And
why don't you open that guy up and put him in your mouth?
That's so dirty.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Glug, 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 glug. Oh, that's really good. That's better than the Mad Hatter.
That's a very good pale ale.
That is a good pale ale. O'Fallon Zeke's Pale Ale.
O'Fallon Brewery is a good brewery.
Grab one, jerk one off in your mouth.
grab a Zeke.
Grab a big old Zeke. That's a prison name if I ever heard one.
Pour some Zeke in your mouth.
Oh man! All right, shit. Reddit taught us this week. Did you learn anything from fucking Reddit this week?
That people are fucking crazy.
Okay,
I read. You know what though? Like I can't
learn that from anything.
I cannot pinpoint specific things I read that Reddit has taught me because I am on Reddit every day.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything specifically that Reddit has taught me.
Shaking my head. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible show preparation.
I know. Because I've been really stressed out this week. I got a new job. I signed my offer letter last night. So I was really stressed out this week about this new job. But
so you're gonna be able to like invest in a bar down here and be great.
Absolutely.
All right, Cassie, you heard it first. All of his extra money now is going to building me a bar. It's gonna be awesome. Actually, I am gonna build a bar.
Yeah.
Actually, on Reddit, I found these really cool plans for a bar using old doors, and via Craigslist, I found a guy who's going to sell me. They're actually very large pocket doors that were in a speakeasy in St. Louis.
What?
How awesome is that?
That is really cool.
The doors are going to cost me about $200, so I'm waiting till next week to buy them. Because I have to wait till payday. But I'm hoping that I can purchase them next week and be able to cut them and make them part of my bar.
That is awesome.
So I'm pretty excited about that. But I did take some screenshots, and I'm going to pull them up right now. The first screenshot I have is Budweiser arrested for trespassing at Budweiser Brewery.
What?
This guy's name is fucking Budweiser. Budweiser. How fucked up is that? Isn't that funny?
Here's your 50.
All right, I got $50, everybody. Ken is giving me money. Awesome.
You have to squat it off my nose.
I'm gonna fart in your face first. So this guy named Budweiser. This happened here in St. Louis. Budweiser was arrested for trespassing and resisting arrest and being disorderly and basically on.
All right. So where did he go? Where was he just like on the grounds?
Well, yeah, but he was like in unauthorized area, like somewhere.
It's a fucking factory.
Yeah, but I don't know where he was. Like, but there's
if he's
restricted
like
area
on the line, like taking beers off the line. Okay, escort him out.
Well, they tried to.
Yeah.
They tried to like escort the guy off the property and say leave, but he became disorderly and combative and an all around jackass.
Of course he did.
And so like I was reading more of the article, which unfortunately can't see from the little screenshot here, but apparently this guy's like been convicted of a couple break-ins and stuff, and he's a young dude. Like this guy's like 23 years old, but his name is fucking Budweiser.
You know what? Like that's just setting your kid up to like fuck up.
Yeah, you could have named him Fuck Up.
Yes.
It's the same premise.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Although Freakonomics says that names don't always mean the same, but then sometimes they do. But anyway, go ahead.
There was a girl who went to the high school that I work out, and her name was Diamond Legs. Her last name was Legs, and her mother named her Diamond.
Her license plate was LEGGS?
Yes.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the car. I remember the license plate.
No,
Yeah.
anyway, away from crazy names, back to the... Okay, here's the next one. This is popcorn flavored Tic Tacs.
What?
This is in Poland, okay? So I saw this and I'm like, oh my! Like it said, like the headline was like, we found the most disgusting thing in Poland, and then the article goes on to say like, or the post is like talking about like him and his wife have moved to Poland and they found these popcorn flavored fucking Tic Tacs. Now that is not the only disturbing thing in this picture. I don't know if you can see. If you want to get up a little bit closer here, those of you listening at home,
nasty fingernails.
the fingernails. Oh my god! If you know anything about me, like dirty fingernails, like I will beat an ass on my kid if I see his nails dirty. Like yesterday, I'm like, dude, your nails are gross. You gotta cut them. You gotta clean them up.
Yeah.
Cause like I just hate dirty fingernails. That's like
I'm
one of the
you.
like when I meet somebody like new, like unless we're at a construction site.
Yes.
And like I shake your hand, I'm looking at your hand.
Yeah.
And if you've got like nasty, dirty fingernails,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh man, it's just gross.
Yeah.
It's
Or if
just
somebody
like,
hands me something, yeah, I notice.
God,
I notice
like,
fingernails. It's pretty
just gross, disgusting fingernails.
Yeah.
So that's the second thing that Reddit taught me this week is that number one, fucking Poland has popcorn flavored Tic Tacs.
I think that's fantastic.
God, it's gross.
You know what I
nasty.
like? I like buttered popcorn jelly beans.
Yeah. You like dick flavored popsicles. That's
What?
I'm just saying gross things. That's fucking gross. Ugh. Gross.
It's
I don't. You know what I want my Tic Tacs to talk.
popcorn.
You know what I want my Tic Tacs to taste like?
Orange.
No, fucking spearmint. That is a.
Orange.
It's a mint. It's a Tic Tac mint.
I have never had a Tic Tac outside of the orange ones,
God, it's gross.
which is candy.
That's candy.
Candy.
Tic Tac to me it should be a mint. And you know what? When you were a kid and you got a box of Tic Tacs, you didn't eat one or two.
No,
you
I ate
ate
the whole
90.
fucking thing.
You ate the whole fucking box in 5 minutes because it was candy.
Exactly. Because
It's
they were
not
orange ones. Yeah, I didn't get the
Not
mints.
fucking, no. Well, even the orange ones.
I used to be in high school. I don't know if this was like an all type of high school thing, but like, and when I went to high school, people would bring like there was like a candy like that got really popular, and like everyone would bring that type of candy. So like peppermints. Peppermints used to be huge, like the little candy peppermints.
Yeah.
And so like everybody in their bag had like a bag of peppermints. And,
Okay,
like,
so you know what was popular at my school? Like when I was like a freshman, sophomore, it was watermelon slices. Like so, like the sour watermelon slices. My aunt who owned a bar and restaurant, and she also owned a place called the Bottle Works in Lewiston, which is unfortunately no longer there. But it was a liquor store. Actually, the Bottle Works is in another location. It's still there. But in the previous location, they had penny candies like by the scoop behind the counter.
Okay.
And so watermelon slices were huge.
Yeah.
Like if you had watermelon slices, motherfucker, give me a watermelon slice.
Yeah.
And then like motherfucker. And then like my junior and senior year, it was those. Okay, so they still have them. They're the suckers that taste like cappuccino, and they have like strawberry. Cassie or Stacy, if you're listening, fucking please somebody tell.
Are you talking about those like dumb? Not the dum dums.
They're like a dum dum,
but the
and they have like
chupla.
Chupla.
Boom!
Nice.
Boom!
Yeah, look at you being all fucking circa 97.
You know what? We didn't do the chuplas.
We would sell that shit too.
Really?
Like, yeah, because we go to because Grandma had a Sam's card. So those motherfuckers go and like you get the big one, and like I had it in my thing. I'll be like, that's 50 cents a sucker.
Damn.
Dude, I came out like a fat rat.
Damn. You like
straight baller.
You're Suge Knight.
I was a Suge Knight of CHS or of LHS, man.
Suge Knight of the popsicles.
Watch out.
The lollipops. We had what was that? The peppermints were really popular.
Hand jobs.
Yeah.
You went to Alton, or not Alton? Altoff. Same thing.
Yep. We went
Same
to
demographic.
Alton? No, Alton's ghetto.
Exactly.
Altoff's not.
Yeah, all them sports kids. It is now.
It is now. Yeah. You know those caramel sour apples?
Yeah, the sour apple
Sour apple suckers.
Yeah.
Yep. And you had the caramel.
Yeah, caramel on the outside and
the
apple.
sour apple. Yeah, that got really popular for a while too. I remember.
Yeah, those are good. Garrett actually got some, Garrett didn't go this year, but like some of the people like passing out candy and stuff for Halloween that we were with, some of them were passing out those.
Those are good things. I don't know. I was like, why peppermints? I never got why peppermints. I mean, they're good, but like.
Well, you know what they addict us with at work now. So a lady I used to work with she still does. She has a big thing of them, and we have some in our office now because my boss gave us some. Is the peppermints that like dissolve in your mouth?
Yes,
it's crack.
It is.
It is crack. You get them at like Rural King or kind of wherever. Like Rural King, you get the big old bins. Yeah. And I eat like 6 of those a day, just because they're there. Yeah, I mean they're good, but it's not like it's a bad.
This week, a coworker brought in a bag of pink Laffy Taffy, the strawberry Laffy Taffy, that's like boom 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 boom. Stick to Laffy Taffy. That is the first thing that popped into my head. That is exactly what I was just going to say. Is that the first thing that popped into my head when I walked into the kitchen at work was boom, 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 boom. And I had to text my wife and tell her about it and fucking laugh. And
I'm sure she thought it was the most funny thing ever.
Yeah, she actually replied and said, "Shake that Laffy Taffy," when I sent her a picture of Laffy Taffy.
She's the keeper.
Absolutely. The coworkers who did not understand my humor, I of course had to play them DL4's Laffy Taffy, and they did not show the same enthusiasm that I did. I thought it was hilarious.
They're kind of squares.
Some people, yeah, they kind of are squares, but there's some guys, you just gotta understand their humor, I guess.
Tech people.
But I thought it was hilarious. And so that has been stuck in my head since like Tuesday or Wednesday is Shake That Laffy Taffy. But strawberry Laffy Taffy are probably one of my most favorite candies. And I ate probably like 8 or 9 of them over the course of the last couple days.
I don't really have like a big candy. Like
Kit
that's
Kat.
like something that I really want. Like
Kit Kats.
Really?
I've loved Kit Kats since I was a kid, and I still love them.
I think for me, like if you're like, hey, you can have this big ass bag of candy, or you can have a big ass bag of sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably take the sunflower seeds.
You probably also take the big ass bag of dicks.
A big old bag of dicks.
Some seeds.
That's what. What's funny about you saying that big ass bag of dicks? So today on our adventures to lunch, this is how it works. Caleb, my coworker, and I, we get in our vehicle, whether it's mine or his, and I'm like, dude, what are we getting for lunch? Like we've already made it to the car. It's like going. I'm sorry, Caleb, but it's like going somewhere with my wife. Like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. And then he's like, what do you want for lunch today? I'm like, I don't know. I can eat just about anything. He's like, well, let's get you a big old bag of dicks. And I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Having a big craving. I got a hankering for a big old bag of dicks.
Hankering.
A hankering.
Hankering for some dick.
I'm hurting for a squirtin'. So like today, so we had Jimmy John's. I didn't get my big old bag of dicks didn't get that for lunch. I was a little disappointed because I thought we were gonna turn toward East St. Louis or Sauget for lunch, and then he turned the opposite way, and we ended up headed toward Jimmy John's. So.
Did I ever tell you
super disappointed?
Did I ever tell you the story, like the East St. Louis story, when we were heading down to my buddy's dad owned a trucking company down in East St. Louis, and one day after high school,
it's called Big Old Bag of Dicks Trucking.
I can't remember. I know the name of it. I'm not gonna say that.
I know, but
yeah, no. So we're
tying Big Ol' Bag of Dicks into your story, damn it.
Yeah, it's better than that. We are driving down to the trucking company, and we are driving through East St. Louis, and we get behind this like slow moving car that is super slow. Like every turn we've got to make, they're making, and they're going like 20 miles an hour. And if you ever drive through East St. Louis, you don't fucking drive 20 miles an hour. You go through there as fast as you can.
Unless you're looking for a big old bag of dicks.
Unless you're looking for a big old bag of dicks. So the car in front of us is driving really slow. We're like, fuck, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden they like stopped real quick and like pulled over. But they pulled over to the point where like we really couldn't get past them, so we just kind of like slowed down, and we are like gonna creep along and like past them, but like they kind of stopped just in the middle of the fucking road, and this head pops up, and this woman gets out, and she takes 2 steps out of the car, and she goes and spits a loogie out onto the sidewalk and starts walking. About 30 seconds later, we looked at each other and we went, oh, that was not snot that she spit out when she got out of the car. That's fucking terrible.
That's so gross.
So, you know what makes it even worse though? That like somebody's gonna be walking down the fucking street and fucking stepping some splooge.
Okay, so I'm sorry, this is the segue into that, or off of that. Okay, so have you ever heard of the Magic Dragon?
The Magic Dragon, no.
Never done the Magic Dragon.
No.
You know, because you got like the Rusty Trombone and the Dirty Sanchez and like all that shit. Okay, so...
The Wobbly Ache.
Yes. So that's like, apparently, because I've never done this, but
the Angry Dragon.
The Angry Dragon.
Angry Dragon.
The Angry Dragon.
Okay.
So, like, you're about ready to go, and you just force her head down on there, like, so that when you come, it comes out her nose. How gross is that?
That is disgusting. Like,
so when you said Hakalugi,
yeah,
like that's like my brain. That's what my brain was.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see cum come out of a girl's nose.
No,
that's gross.
Not unless it's like one of those videos that I want to laugh at.
Yeah, maybe, but even then, I'm like, ugh.
Well, yeah, you then you watch it again.
Imagine
like
that's a sinus infection waiting to happen.
You know you're old. Yeah. You're like, oh, that's gonna get infected.
You go to the doctor and they look up your fucking nose, and they're like, "Whoa, you have like
you're pregnant.
You have a baby growing in your sinus cavity." How did that happen? Well,
so the last thing I want to cover before we sign off, because we're a little over an hour now, but just to cover this. So Stacy showed me this, but I saw it on Reddit yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. It was kids reacting to Jinko jeans.
Oh no!
Did you ever have a pair of Jinko jeans?
I did not, but I had baggy corduroys because I couldn't. My parents wouldn't buy me Jinko jeans.
Okay, I bought myself. I had 2 pairs of Jinko jeans. I had the ones that were not as extreme. They were a little bit smaller. They didn't quite go over my feet, and then I had another pair that were a little bit bigger.
Did you have a bowl cut at the time?
You know what? I had a bowl cut, but I had a bowl cut before I had the pants, and after I got the pants, I did not have the bowl cut.
Okay.
So it was not a simultaneous bowl cut / I did have Zach Morris type hair, like it was kind of flowing.
Okay.
And I wore I didn't wear a stocking. I wore the headband that went over my ears, and my hair was like perfectly coiffed out of it, like during the winter. Super fucking gay, man. Anyway, so Jinko jeans. So it's kids react to Jinko jeans. Mm-hmm. So they're showing all these kids who are like 16, 17-year-old Jinko jeans, and they're like, oh, why would I ever wear that? And then they're like, wait, I'm wearing skinny jeans, and I'm thinking like, where will my balls go in your jeans that you wear?
Exactly.
Like my balls could have went anywhere in fucking Jinko jeans.
Exactly.
And they did.
Yeah.
Just free swinging.
Yep.
And then, but I don't know where these kids put their testicles and wiener and a pair of fucking skinny jeans.
I think when you put on the skinny jeans, like you have to remove them.
Either that or they're in your anus.
You have to tuck them up inside
like
because
in your taint area.
Yeah, and because obviously
balls and
you have no dick.
Yeah.
You wear skinny jeans.
I think so.
Women wear skinny jeans, not men. Guys do not wear skinny jeans. No,
But they do, but I don't know how.
They shouldn't.
They should not.
They should not.
My kid will never wear skinny jeans because he's too fucking skinny.
Yeah.
They can't make him skinny enough.
No,
he'd have to get custom.
He'd have to get leggings.
Custom made Jinko jeans. Or not Jinko jeans.
Skinny jeans.
What, skinny jeans?
I actually saw a kid.
Jinko jeans are coming back, by the way. That's why I bring this up. That's why it was a thing.
Okay.
It's because it's like they're rebranding themselves.
I did see someone like yesterday morning walking down St. Louis Road with like the huge black pants with like the buckles.
They're called trip pants.
They're trip pants?
Yeah, called trip pants. It's a goth okay, so goth and metal kids have kind of merged together.
Okay.
So Ken circa 98, 99 would be like in the goth metal kid.
No.
Yes, you would, because that's how they're lumped together now. Have you seen the YouTube videos of the goth kids dancing?
I've seen multiple. Like they're just like
they're super. It's like very punchy and stuff. Yeah. And it's really funny when they sync like music to it, like other music.
Yeah.
Like pop music. It's hilarious. But so those are called trip pants.
Okay.
Now they're like kind of like sewn together. They have like laces across them.
Yes.
It's fucking weird.
Yes.
You're never gonna get away from the cops wearing those. I would take my pants off and run.
I know, right? Yeah. That's crazy. Why would you wear that?
I don't know.
It's like...
Why would you wear Jinko jeans?
I don't know. Why would you wear a headband?
I don't know. You know what I would still rock right now is my fucking starter jacket circa 99. My fucking pullover starter jacket.
Was it what was it, the Hornets?
I didn't have the Hornets one. My buddy Nick had a Hornets one. He's posted it on his Facebook before. No, I had a North Carolina Tar Heels one.
Of course, because of Michael Jordan.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like who else?
Yep.
Michael Jordan. No,
you know what I did watch this week?
Stephon Marbury.
You know what I did watch this week? Space Jam.
Space Jam.
I watched Space Jam with the kids.
It's Space Jam.
With the kids.
Come on.
Everett's like, who's that? Like Michael Jordan. I've shown. He liked it.
Okay. Okay, I know we're over, but I gotta talk about this real quick. So, listening to the radio on the way into work, the generation of basketball players that are coming into the league right now, their Michael Jordan is Kobe Bryant. Isn't that weird? The kids who are now rookies don't remember Michael Jordan playing basketball.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Isn't that weird? Does that not make you fucking feel old? It makes me feel old.
Yeah, it makes me feel very old.
Yeah, because Michael Jordan's my Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Kobe Bryant is not my Michael Jordan.
No.
But Kobe Bryant is fucking awesome.
Sure.
I love Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Yeah.
Not initially.
I know he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know everything about what he does, but I know he is a good player, and I know LeBron James is a very good player.
Yeah.
Like I know the names.
Because we don't watch the NBA now, because it's a different game.
No, but when I was a kid, I loved Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you love Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and Magic Johnson. Like I remember the Dream Team, Magic Johnson.
You know who on those Bulls teams who like the two guys that I can think of who they're like nobody was like, oh my god, this guy's my favorite player. Bill Wymington and Luke Longley.
Yeah.
the two the two national white guys because you had Tony Kukoc and he's Tony Kukoc is from Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I guess Steve Kerr I don't know. Maybe Steve Kerr's Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah,
He kind of looks Canadian.
Yeah,
Well, John Paxson was on those teams too. But John Paxson was really good.
John Paxson looks like he's going to he's gonna shoot the basketball, but then he's gonna go do your taxes.
Yes, exactly. He looks like a tax guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's a front office guy now, but yeah, nobody was like, oh man, my favorite player on the Bulls, late '90s Bulls, Bill Wemington.
No.
Nobody's like Bill Wemington and Tony Kukoc. That if I had to pick two guys off the Bulls to start a team with,
absolutely,
Tony Kukoc, Bill Wemington, or Luke Longley. Let's see, Luke Longley is not from the U.S. He's an Australian guy.
Okay.
That was the tallest guy in Australia. They're like, hey, this guy should go play in the NBA.
Exactly.
They sent him over here.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Did you know that during the Olympics, before Tony Kukoc, and I learned this from a book I read about the Dream Team.
Uh-huh.
So the Bulls drafted Tony Kukoc, but they they had the rights to the guy, but he wouldn't come over to the U.S. and play, and it really pissed Michael Jordan off, and Michael Jordan and Tony Kukoc almost got in a fist fight at the Olympics.
What?
Yeah,
no, I didn't know that.
Because Michael Jordan's like, fuck you. Who do you think you are? Do you think you're that much better? That you can't come over to the U.S. and play in the NBA? Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but if Michael Jordan's calling me out, he's calling me a bitch, I'd be like, I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna stay over here in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come over.
Yeah.
But the guy had the stones enough to you know what? Fuck you. I'll come and show you. And he ended up being a pretty good player. He was a solid NBA player. But
that's funny because you hear about. I guess there's other sports too where you get someone who's one of the best. They're like, we're gonna recruit this person. They're whether they're on the same team or not. There's golfers that'll go to other golfers and be like, yo, you need to come do this. Come on. And they're like, why is Tiger Woods at my house telling me to come play golf at this thing? It's because they just want the variety of people. They got to recruit the other people to come out and play. So. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny when I hear stuff like that, other players.
I would have loved to see Tony Kukoc and Michael Jordan get in a fist fight. That'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be a lot of elbows.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy arms.
And Bill Wemington be drunk in a corner. Because to me, Bill Wemington is your drunk uncle.
Yes.
He's the drunk guy in the corner, be like, yeah, fucking punch him, Billy. Fuck that guy. That's Bill. Bill Wemington's your drunk uncle.
Yeah.
They're like,
where's your sister?
We gotta put this white guy on the team. Because, gotta appeal to everybody. Yeah. And they're like, we'll put him in. Do we have to play him? Because, Phil Jackson's like, I'm an old, white, gangly dude, but I was in the 70s. I played in the 70s.
Yeah.
We've got better athletes now. You're giving me Bill Wemington. And Jerry Krause is in the head office going, play the Wemington kid.
Yeah.
So.
Play Whitey.
Go Whitey! On that note, we're going to sign off.
Yeah.
It was a good show. It was a lot of fun.
Great Friday night.
Definitely.
Everybody out there, enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend and have a good time.
Enjoy a big old bag of dicks.
Get yourself a big old bag.
Big old bag of dicks.
Big old bag of dicks, signing off.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
See ya.